Coming up on High School Quiz Show, it's the semifinals with Lexington High School. Taking on Buckingham, Brown and Nichols. That's next on High School Quiz Show. Major funding for High School Quiz Show is provided by Safety Insurance. Additional funding is provided by the Museum of Science, Massachusetts Teachers Association, Xfinity, UMass Amherst, Eastern Bank, and Subaru of New England. Hi, everybody, and welcome to High School Quiz Show. I'm Billy Coster, your host. Last week, Mansfield High School defeated Brookline High School to move on to the finals. Today, we welcome back Buckingham, Brown and Nichols, and Lexington High School, competing for a trip to this year's finals, where they will take on Mansfield High School for the state championship. On the Buckingham, Brown and Nichols team, we have Bradford, Henry, Daniel, and Asher, with mascot Bucky, alternates Gabe and Aaron, and coaches Chip Rollinson and Sam Criffield. Competing for Lexington, we have Atreya, Evan, Rory, and Owen, with alternates Lauren and Elias, and coach Josh, Olivier, Mason. The competition has 4 rounds: a toss-up, a head-to-head, a category round, and a lightning round. And we start with a toss-up round. All answers are worth 10 points. There are no point deductions for wrong answers, and players may confer. So teams, if you're ready, good luck, and here we go. In April 2022, what incumbent defeated challenger Marine Le Pen to win a second term as president of France? Yes, Henry.
Macron.
Yes, a plague on both your houses is an idiom meaning I'm not going to take sides, you're both at fault. It originates from what Shakespeare tragedy? Yes, Henry.
Romeo and Juliet.
Yes, in 2021, what University of Alabama alum was selected as the starting quarterback for the New England Patriots? Yes, Bradford.
Jones.
Mac Jones, yes. What U.S. program providing aid to Western Europe following the devastation of World War II was also offered to the Soviet Union, but Stalin turned it down because he feared it would threaten communist rule? Yes, Owen.
The Marshall Plan.
Yes. Now take a look at your screens. In 2022, what New Zealand filmmaker seen here won an Oscar for Best Director for her revisionist Western, The Power of the Dog? Yes, Henry.
Campion.
Jane Campion, yes. Diamonds do not actually last forever. After about 1 billion years, they'll degrade to what common allotrope of carbon used in pencils? Yes, Evan.
Graphite.
Graphite is right. In August 2022, what U.S. Attorney General approved the FBI's search of former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago home? Asher.
Garland.
Merrick Garland, yes. Also known as The Cry, what iconic work by Edvard Munch was painted after he experienced a panic attack from severe anxiety? Yes, Bradford.
The Scream.
Yes, in 2022, what heavy metal band shot to #1 on the iTunes rock chart with their 36-year-old song, Master of Puppets, thanks to its use in the season 4 finale of Stranger Things? Yes, Evan.
Metallica.
Metallica is right. Take a look at your screens. Here comes your next question.
Hello, I'm Senator Ed Markey, and here's my question. In 1985, scientists discovered that human activities were depleting the ozone layer and that a hole had formed over what region? Is it Antarctica, the Arctic Circle, or Siberia?
Yes, Atreya.
Antarctica.
That is correct. We move on. In a classic 1908 novel, what is the name of the Cuthbert siblings' farmhouse where the orphaned Anne Shirley comes to live? Yes, Evan.
Green Gables.
Yes. Famous for hits like I Heard It Through the Grapevine and What's Going On. What Motown singer bulked up nearly 30 pounds and tried out for the Detroit Lions in 1970? Daniel.
Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye is correct. What giant snake is a father figure to Mowgli in the original Jungle Book stories, but a villain who tries to eat Mowgli in the 1967 Disney adaptation? Yes, Owen.
Ka.
Ka is right. The Ponte Vecchio is a famous bridge spanning what river that runs through the Italian city of Florence? Daniel.
Arno.
Arno is right. For the upcoming live-action Barbie movie, what Oscar-nominated actor told director Greta Gerwig, "I shall be your Ken, for his story must be told"? Is it Ryan Gosling, Bradley Cooper, or Liam Hemsworth? Yes, Henry.
Ryan Gosling.
Correct. NASA has not sent an astronaut back to the moon since the Apollo 17 mission in what year? Yes, Bradford.
1972.
And that is correct. Though he embraced technology and was sensitive to the plights of minorities and women, what U.S. president who died in office is most remembered for the Teapot Dome scandal? Yes, Henry.
Hoover.
No, you want to try Lexington? Did he get in? No. Warren G. Harding is the answer. Major League Baseball has two spring training leagues, the Grapefruit League in Florida and the Cactus League in what U.S. state? Yes, Atreya.
Arizona.
Correct. What Italian surname that is synonymous with corruption and nepotism was used by Alexander VI, one of the most controversial popes of the Renaissance? Yes, Asher.
Medici.
No, you want to try Lexington? Yes, Atreya.
Medici.
No, Borgia is the answer. Which of the following is the only country in the world where Eastern Orthodoxy is officially recognized as a state religion? Is it Bulgaria, Greece, or Russia? Yes, Asher.
C. Russia.
No, you want to try Lexington? Yes, Evan.
Greece.
Greece is correct. On August 4th, 1944, 15-year-old diarist Anne Frank was arrested by the Gestapo along with her sister, parents, and 4 others. They had been hiding for 2 years in a secret annex in what city? Yes, Asher.
Amsterdam.
Correct. Most nuclear power plants make energy by splitting atoms of what chemical element? Atomic number 92 on the periodic table. Yes, Henry.
Uranium.
Correct. During which war did Germany try to get Mexico to attack the United States and recover the lost Mexican territories of Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona? Yes, Asher.
World War I.
Yes. When it premiered in Copenhagen in 1879, what Ibsen play was considered shocking because its heroine, a housewife named Nora, leaves her husband and children? Yes, Bradford.
Doll's House.
Yes. Meteors are shooting stars, objects that burn up in the Earth's atmosphere as they fall. The vast majority of meteors you see at night are the size of which of the following? A grain of sand, a golf ball, or a car? Yes, Bradford.
A car.
No, you want to try Lexington? Yes, Evan.
Sand grain.
A grain of sand, yes. Adapted several times for film and for radio. What short story by Richard Connell is about a Russian aristocrat who hunts humans for sport on a mysterious island? Yes, Bradford.
The Most Dangerous Game.
And that is correct. In 1611, explorer Henry Hudson, his son, and 7 others were cast adrift in a small boat in what is now called Hudson Bay. The crew of what ship had mutinied against them? Yes, Evan.
Discovery.
Yes. This is the way the world ends, not with a bang, but a whimper. Who wrote this in his 1925 poem, The Hollow Men? Yes, Bradford.
Frost.
No, you want to try it, Lexington? T.S. Eliot is the answer. The 3-day Battle of Gettysburg was the bloodiest conflict of the Civil War. What 1862 Maryland battle resulted in the most deaths in a single day? Yes, Evan.
Antietam.
And that is correct. What German philosopher collaborated with Friedrich Engels to write the Communist Manifesto? Yes, Henry.
Marx.
Karl Marx is the correct answer there. And that is the end of the toss-up round. With the score right now, BB&N, 160 points. Lexington, 110 points. Let's hear it, everybody. It's a close round. Okay, the head-to-head round is next, but first we'll take a few minutes to get to know the players a little bit better. We're going to start with BB&N and you, Bradford. I've got the question right here, and here we go. Where are you consuming media produced by adults who seem to really get you and your peers? What is it specifically that these producers get?
In terms of media, I like to listen to a lot of music, so I'm on Spotify a lot. One of my favorite bands is the Smiths. A lot of their music is sort of for a teenage audience, so they get me in that sense.
Okay, and how about you, Henry?
It's kind of random, but I really like to read, and one of my favorite authors is William Faulkner. So William Faulkner's books are some media that resonates with me.
And why so?
They're interesting, they're kind of sad, but they're funny at the same time.
Okay, how about you, Daniel?
I would agree with Bradford. I listen to a lot of music on Spotify, a lot of jazz especially. I think it resonates with me because it's a nice sort of combination of all sorts of different emotions.
Are you a musician? Do you play an instrument?
I play alto sax.
Oh, good for you. How about you, Asher?
I love watching GBH on YouTube, and especially the high school quiz show episodes.
There we go. There we go. Wow. I'm sorry, no bonus points for that. Lexington, hi. Atreya, how about you?
I really like to watch sports, especially soccer. So I think my go-to would be ESPN FC. They have a really nice combination of highlights and articles. It's really accessible.
Do you play yourself?
Yep.
Good for you. Evan, how about you?
I like to listen to the podcast 99% Invisible for my love of architecture and cities.
Well, I have not heard that. Is it good? Do you recommend it?
Yes,
Okay.
by Roman Mars, the coolest name ever.
How about you, Rory?
I love to watch movies made by A24 Studios. Everything Everywhere All at Once, Bodies, Bodies, Bodies are my favorite because they really understand the complexity of trying to grow up as yourself, but also managing your relationships with your parents and your friends.
Wow, you really gave that some thought, didn't you, Rory? Owen, how about you?
Well, I would say the most media I consume would be in the form of NPR News' Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, because the one thing the world needs right now is teenage kids listening to mildly sarcastic jokes by Peter Sagal.
Well done, Owen. Listen, guys, it's time to go head to head, which means teams, you all need to come forward and let's all go head to head. Let's do it. Okay, in this round, correct answers add 10 points to the team total, and there is a 10-point deduction for incorrect answers. If a player does not answer, there is no impact on the score. So the clock is set at 90 seconds. You want to shake hands?
Good luck.
Let's get going, and here we go. What U.S. city was once known as New Amsterdam? Yes.
New York.
Yes. In 2021, who made history as the first woman and the first person of color to be elected mayor of Boston? Yes.
Michelle Wu.
Yes. All mammals normally have a heart composed of how many chambers?
4.
Yes. What constitutional amendment repealed prohibition? Yes.
22nd.
No, the 21st. Venus, the Roman goddess of love and beauty, was married to Vulcan, but loved what Roman god of war? Yes.
Mars.
Yes. In January 2023, after 2 decades in power, who stepped down as House Democratic leader? Yes.
Schumer.
No, Nancy Pelosi. Title IX bans sex discrimination in schools that receive federal funds. It was signed in 1972 by what U.S. president? Richard Nixon. Louis XIV of France once owned what famous blue diamond, now on display at the Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History? The Hope Diamond. What American comic book company publishes Superman and Wonder Woman? Yes.
DC.
Yes. What mountain range forms a barrier between the Mediterranean Sea and...
The Alps.
No, the Atlas Mountains. Many fans say Taylor Swift's album Evermore contains several references to what poet known as the Belle of Amherst? Emily Dickinson. In Peter Pan, what is the name of the dog hired by... Oh, and that's the end of the head-to-head round. Take a look at the score. Buckingham, Brown and Nichols School right now, 170 points. Lexington High School, 120 points. Let's hear it for both teams, everybody. Okay, next up is the category round with the following categories. Save the Date, Over the Rainbow, Eureka, Clothes-Minded, Forget the Alamo, and Turn It Up to 11. All categories have 5 questions with increasing point value. Teams will each choose 2 categories and will have the option to toss 1 question per category to the other team. Players are able to confer. Buckingham, Brown, and Nichols, who will the spokesperson be for the team? Bradford. How about Lexington High? We'll go with Rory. Now, Lexington, you have a little ground to make up. It's not a big deal, but you get to choose the first category. What's it going to be?
We'll take Eureka.
Eureka. Here we go. Questions about scientific discoveries and inventions. And for 10 points, in 2020, Jennifer Doudna and Emmanuel Charpentier shared the Nobel Prize in Chemistry for their pioneering development of what gene editing tool?
CRISPR.
CRISPR.
CRISPR is correct. Now for 15 points. What famous woman invented mobile X-ray machines and radiology labs to treat wounded soldiers on the battlefield during World War I?
Yes.
She made the first Red Cross. It was not her. Should we pass? No. Pass.
Marie Curie is the answer there. Now for 20 points. Nearly all homes and businesses are powered by the alternating current electrical system. The AC system was invented by what brilliant scientist who died penniless in a New York City hotel room in 1943?
Tesla.
Nikola Tesla is correct. Now for 25 points. In 1963, American scientist Stephanie Kwolek invented what ultra-strong material used in bulletproof vests?
Kevlar.
That is correct. Now 30 points. What giant donut-shaped radiation belts that surround the Earth are named after the American physicist who discovered them in 1958?
Van Allen.
Van Allen is correct. Now we go to BB&N, and you'll need a category. What's it going to be?
Yeah.
We'll take Forget the Alamo, Billy.
Forget the Alamo. Questions about Texas, and for 10 points. What city, the largest in Texas by population, is known as the world capital of space exploration?
Houston.
Houston is correct. Now for 15 points. Prior to serving as governor of Texas and president of the United States, who was an owner of the Texas Rangers baseball team?
George W. Bush. Bush.
You need to be more specific.
George W. Bush.
That is correct. George W. Bush. Now for 20 points. In 2021, what Texas governor signed a permitless carry bill allowing individuals to carry concealed, loaded handguns in public with no permit or training?
We agree on Abbott. Yeah. Abbott.
Greg Abbott is right. Now for 25 points. Texas is the only state to have had the flags of 6 different nations fly over it. Those countries are Spain, France, Mexico, the Republic of Texas, the United States, and what else?
Confederacy. The Confederacy.
The Confederacy is correct, or the Confederate States of America. Now for 30 points. Many historians now view the Alamo not as a heroic stance for freedom, but as white settlers trying to evade Mexico's ban on slavery in Texas. In 1836, about 200 defenders of the Alamo were defeated by what Mexican general?
Santa Anna.
Santa Anna.
Santa Anna is correct. And now we go back to Lexington. You will need a category.
Turn it up to 11, please.
Turn it up to 11. All answers are 11-letter words, and for 10 points. What country has 4 official languages? German, French, Italian, and Romansh?
Switzerland.
That is correct. For 15 points, nearly all fossils are found in which of the 3 major rock types?
Sedimentary.
And that is correct. For 20 points, in plant and animal cells, the ER is a network of sacs and tubes that transports cellular materials. The R stands for reticulum, and the E stands for what?
Endoplasmic.
Correct. Now for 25 points, what famous nonsense poem by Lewis Carroll begins, "'Twas brillig, and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe"?
Jabberwocky.
Jabberwocky is right. Now for 30 points, French for light of hand. What English word is defined as trickery or magic?
Should we pass? I don't think we should toss it, right? Should we pass? I mean, if it runs that way, also.
We'll need an answer, Rory.
Pass.
We're going to pass.
Legerdemain is the answer. And now we go back to BB&M. You'll need a category. What's it going to be?
We'll go with Save the Date, Billy.
Save the date. Questions this time about key dates in history, and for 10 points. Japan attacked Pearl Harbor on what date in 1941?
December 7th. Yeah. December 7th.
Correct. Now for 15 points. Charlemagne was crowned the first emperor of the Holy Roman Empire on what holiday in the year 800?
Christmas. Yeah. Christmas.
Yes. Now for 20 points. Juneteenth is a new national holiday that commemorates the end of slavery. Federal troops arrived in Galveston, Texas to force the emancipation of its slaves on what date in 1865?
June 19th. June 19th.
And that is correct. Now for 25 points. Many Americans remember exactly where they were when President John F. Kennedy was shot in Dallas on what date in 1963?
November 22nd. Yeah. November 22nd.
Correct. Now for 30 points. Russia received widespread international condemnation for its unprovoked invasion of Ukraine, which began on what date in February of 2022?
Do you want to pass this? Yeah, let's pass it.
We're tossing.
No, we're not tossing.
No, not tossing. No tossing.
We'll pass on this question.
You're going to pass. February 24th is the date. And that's the end of the category round. The score right now, Buckingham, Brown, and Nichols, 340 points. Lexington High School, 275 points. It's a close one. Let's hear it, everybody. Okay, we are headed into the final round of play. It is the lightning round. Correct answers add 20 points to the team total, and there is a 20-point deduction for incorrect answers. And remember, there is no conferring in this round. So the clock is set. Good luck, teams. And here we go. Aleppo is a major city in what country? Yes, Brantford.
Syria.
Yes. What gas is produced in the citric acid cycle, also known as the, yes, Owen.
Carbon dioxide.
Yes. In the upcoming film Wonka, what Dune star plays a younger version? Yes, Rory.
Timothy Chalamet.
Yes. President Andrew Johnson sparked a move to impeach him when he defied Congress by suspending what secretary? Yes, Brantford.
Stanton.
Yes. Edwin Stanton. In The Catcher in the Rye, Holden Caulfield is a student at what fictional prep school in Pennsylvania? Pensy Prep. In a runoff election in December 2022, who became the first black U.S. Senator? Yes, Owen.
Raphael Warnock.
Yes, in 1978, what disco group was so popular it accounted for 2% of the entire? Yes, Brantford.
ABBA.
No, the Bee Gees. With the abdication of Francis II, the Holy Roman Empire was dissolved in the early part of, yes, Brantford.
19th century.
Yes. The Preakness Stakes, the middle jewel of the Triple Crown, takes place, yes, Brantford.
Maryland.
No, Baltimore. The lunar landing site of Apollo 11. What sea is the inspiration for a novel by Emily St. John Mandel? Yes, Evan.
Tranquility.
Sea of Tranquility. On December 7th, 1787, by a unanimous vote of 30-0, what became the first state to yes, Owen.
Maryland.
No, Delaware. What country led a failed military attack against India in 1965? Yes, Brantford.
Pakistan.
Yes. What number is represented by, I wanted to get one more in. The winning team, Buckingham, Brown, and Nichols, with a total score of 380 points. Lexington High School finishes with 335 points. Congratulations to both teams. What a great game. So, Buckingham, Brown, and Nichols now moves on to the final to compete against Mansfield High School for the title of state champion. So join us next week for the High School Quiz Show final match between Buckingham, Brown, and Nichols and Mansfield High School. Until then, don't forget you can play a bonus round of High School Quiz Show on your Alexa or Google Home devices. Just ask your smart speaker to play High School Quiz Show. We'll see you back here next week. The championship on High School Quiz Show.